run, 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 run.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the ACS Universe podcast. I'm ACS, and so I don't know how many of you have heard part one to this podcast team up with Jamie and her sister from Sisnerdly, but those of you who have heard it, thank you very much for listening. This is part two. It's just as funny as part one, and also you can tell that the alcohol is having its way with us, so to speak. So yeah, enjoy this. Hope you guys like it.
She comes over, okay? I lived in Union. It was a way away, and she'd come over not very often. But when she'd come over, there was a good reason. So she's coming over, and I'm thinking, oh, my God, what's going on, right? What's going on? Well, she sits down, and she pulls out these documentaries.
Oh, right, Anthony, I fucked with her. You know the USA documentaries back in the 90s that looked real?
Okay, well, I thought it was real.
I gave her a documentary that looked real.
Oh, yeah.
Blair Witch.
Oh, she went on with it. I live in the woods. I live in the woods. Alone at least 10 to 12 hours a day. Okay? So she brings these documentaries over.
I'm like, Belinda, this is real shit.
She makes me watch these documentaries, which, okay, that was all right with. I thought, interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, kids go missing. That's interesting.
Yeah, interesting. Okay. 2 months later.
I built this one up, Anthony.
Oh, this one
It was a joke that took months.
Oh, God. 2 months later, she calls me to tell me that, you know how documentaries can turn into movies? Well, they've made a movie of this documentary that she sent me like 2 or 3. So, I mean, I've studied this documentary, okay?
Okay.
But they've made a movie. Now, I don't watch much TV.
And Belinda's very worried about these 3 hitchhikers.
She's very not hit.
Yes. Well, they were missing in the documentary.
Well, I know they were missing in the documentary, but that was a different level. That was like level 5, okay?
Okay.
I was on a level 5 with the documentaries, which was doable.
Okay.
Okay? I don't watch much TV. I don't see new movies. I don't care about movie theater. I don't even like going to the movie theater. I hate it.
We have to change that, Anthony, by the way.
Anyway, she built up my interest enough because I was on level 5.
Mm-hmm.
About this documentary.
Yeah.
We go to a matinee. All right, it's
the middle of the day, Anthony.
It's sunny.
It's sunny.
I'm going to see this. I think my nose was buried in her armpit 98% of the movie.
It was.
And people in the movie theater were laughing at me because I'm standing up screaming, how can you watch this? What is wrong with people right now?
Mind you, Anthony, Belinda thinks this is real right now.
Yeah,
I mean, this is a documentary. This is true. This really happened.
Was it the Blair Witch?
Now my level's at a 10.
Right, the Blair Witch, yeah.
Now my level is at a 10. I'm
by the end. Do you remember the Blair Witch?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember that movie? He's like,
no,
they're screaming and they're running through. Belinda's face was in my shirt the entire fucking end of the movie, and she was screaming the entire time. And the people in the theater were laughing so hard at her.
But, I mean,
they didn't even get the experience.
This is traumatizing to me. You don't understand. So I have to get up and walk out of this movie theater. My legs are not working at this point. I don't understand how anybody can just get up and act like show's over. We have missing people, y'all. At this point, I want to conjugate a whole investigation. Okay, I'm
still screaming about it.
I'm still very, very upset. I'm very traumatized. I don't understand. I'm asking people, how can you watch this? How do you feel good about yourself watching the show right now? I don't.
And we're laughing about it.
Oh, shit. Okay.
Dying.
So we get in the car and they take me home.
She's scared, Anthony. She's scared.
It's daylight.
We went to the matinee. It was the middle of the day.
You know what?
I won't get out of the car to walk
when I
to
saw
my
the
door.
Blair Witch, it was fucking daylight. Like it was like a fucking 3 o'clock showing or some shit. So like when I came out, it was still daylight.
Okay, well then you feel me. I can't can't get out of the car, all right, to walk to my door. They have to walk me to my door and let me go in and lock my doors. Now, here's the kicker. I like sleep. I like sleep a lot.
Sleep is fucking wonderful.
Yeah. Okay. Well, there was no sleep.
No, she didn't sleep for days.
3 days I paced the floor. 3 days. And
Holy
oh my God,
shit.
I was traumatized. I couldn't believe this was going on and people were still watching this movie, and I couldn't believe the parents allowed people to watch this movie. And
She's horrified, Anthony.
Okay.
She's horrified.
So I'm pacing the floor and my TV is on. My TV's on. And I never see this show because I'm always asleep. But Jay Leno comes on.
Yeah.
All right. So Jay Leno
Guess who's on Jay Leno, Anthony?
stands up and says, well,
shit.
I would
The
like
fucking cast of
for
Gregory.
everybody. The 3 kids
All
were
3 of them.
right there. And the only thing I could say at this point was, they're right there. They're there, people. I wanted to call somebody and say, I found the kids. And then that's when it dawned on me that my sister has fucked with me.
Months, Anthony. Months.
So
Oh,
bad
shit.
that I haven't been able to sleep in days. I was so mad at her.
So,
Great movie,
so what?
right?
What'd you think? Like right at the fucking end when the camera falls and you see old dude like just like headbutting a corner or whatever the fuck he was doing. Like was.
You know what? I gotta tell you, Anthony, her face was in my shirt,
I seen it. I know what I was thinking.
and I'm not sure what.
I know what I was thinking. I was thinking, what the fuck is wrong with people? We need to find these kids.
No, you didn't have to find them because they were fucking backstage at the Jay Leno show waiting to come on stage.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You see how unfair that is? I mean, it would have been nice to go home and see them at Jay Leno that night.
Yeah.
So maybe I could have slept. But what, for 72?
It went on for weeks.
And
Anthony.
this
she
is
was so worried about
not-
his kid.
And then
Oh,
I hated her. I called her.
oh yeah, I'm
No.
She got Donahue and said,
Fuck you, bitch. Oh, yeah. And I flat out told Jamie, I said, that is the last time I will ever go to a movie theater with you. And that's the last time you're ever going to bring a documentary to me.
yeah, guess what, Anthony? She's never went to the movies with me again.
No. Ain't happening. She is not fucking me up that bad ever again.
It's bad. It's worth it.
Yeah, I mean, and I watch it now. It's a hindsight. Yeah, I watch it now, and I'm thinking, bitch. I mean, really, don't even see anything scary through this whole movie.
no,
You understand?
Really? Yeah.
Horror movies and just be like, this isn't scary. Do you do that? Because I do that. I do that all the time.
I don't really fucking watch them at all, except for
Right,
fucking.
I mean,
I don't
yeah.
watch horror movies. Like I don't really mess with them at all. I don't like being creeped out by shit.
yeah,
But-
I'm the same.
It
Oh, I like that.
fucking it was fucking great. You know what I'm saying? Because I watched like Scream and all
Yeah.
Yeah, those are stupid.
2000s horror movies that were all like because of what?
Playing it. Because of Skarsgård
Oh yeah.
playing it. That's the only reason I wanted to see it, but was because of him. And then when I watched it, I was like, God damn, this is a pretty good movie.
It was way fucking better than the one that came out. Like
Yeah.
it was. What-
I don't think Belinda has seen it.
Yes, I have.
Have you?
Yeah, it just wasn't scary.
Okay, Belinda just didn't see it as scary, but that's
No,
fine. Because I didn't either. I just thought it was really good. It was really well done.
The first
Yeah,
scary movie
no.
I turned
Yeah.
my little sister on to when she was like, I don't know, 5,
Oh, no, that's me.
was The Exorcist.
Oh, Anthony.
Mm.
They made me watch The Exorcist when I was 6 years old. And
Okay.
they turned
6?
all the lights off in the house so I could go anywhere. Yes.
Well, I figured she needed to know what a demon was so it wouldn't get in her.
Older sisters, this is what they do.
It was great.
And they made me watch The Exorcist, and I have to tell you, for the next 2 weeks, I had night terrors, and Mom would come in when I
I'm
screamed at
fucking
night
sure.
and wake me up.
I'm
Yeah.
fucking sure you did. The Exorcist is not a fucking joke.
That was a
like,
fucked up movie to see when you're sick. No.
I couldn't.
And my sisters laughed the whole fucking time.
I couldn't come home for 2 weeks because my mom was gonna kill me.
Hey, look, you guys are fucking great. I am having the like fucking time of my life right now. Look, we've been recording for like 42 minutes, and I haven't even noticed until I just looked at it.
Oh yeah.
A thing.
I'm glad this works. We can do a podcast in the future.
Yeah.
Then,
Yes.
if this works.
Yeah.
And we have a list of movies to talk about.
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna fucking talk about them too. This is great. I do my podcast and I haven't done
think that you should do like an 80s
favorite 80s movie. Go.
Ghostbusters. What do you got?
Mine? Let me see my list. I'll tell you.
Let me look at the list.
Well, I mean, no, there's a lot of good ones, and it's hard to say my favorite.
It's really hard for the 80s.
Because
80s had such good movies.
I mean, you know, you have Revenge of the Nerds. Okay?
Oh, that's a good one.
You have Beverly Hills
man.
Cop.
Oh,
You had The Golden Child, Eddie Murphy. It's just hard to say. Have you ever seen Haunted Honeymoon with Gene Wilder?
Yes. What about fucking
Oh, have you seen
Raiders
that? That
of
is
the
one
Lost
of my
Ark?
favorites. Yes.
I mean,
There's so many great ones in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's hard to pick one.
yeah, I can't say.
But
a
if somebody
favorite.
asks me, I say Ghostbusters right away because it is at the top.
Ghostbusters.
Never ending story for me.
Oh,
Never ending story.
Never. Oh, good. That's a good one.
yeah.
I mean, I love Alcor. And Artex, you know, he died in the swamp because
Right. That's a fucking sad fucking scene.
I know,
Yeah.
it killed me. I had horses, man. I had horses.
And you know you're watching the whole fucking
Terrible
scene
scene.
thinking he can totally get out of that fucking swamp. Why the fuck is he not getting out of the swamp?
I know. Don't it bother you?
Yes.
It's
Get out of
one
the
where you
swamp.
just want to jump in and pick them up and move them to the safe spot and then get back out and watch TV.
Yep.
It makes sense though, doesn't it, Anthony? Because she's an animal lover, and that would be the scene that would fuck her up from the 80s.
Really did. But yeah, I'd have to say, just off the top of my head, if I had to scream one out, that is one that would be it. A
Yeah.
never-ending story.
And it's Ghostbusters for me because I think there were so many great comedians in that movie, and they were so good.
Of course,
Yeah.
second would be Gremlins.
Yeah.
Ghostbusters is pretty close to the top. Shit, man. I love fucking I love it. So did you see the Ghostbusters remake with the females?
I did.
What'd you
No,
think?
I haven't.
I laughed because I like the women,
It was fucking
but at the
hilarious.
same time, it was kind of taking a shit on the original,
Yeah, it was.
and I don't like that.
We got the same opinion about it. It was super fucking funny.
Yeah.
Like I laughed and laughed and laughed, but at the same time,
It was funny.
Yeah, it was. But at the same time, it just. And what's that chick's name? The one who from Saturday Night Live? She's like weird as fuck.
Kristen Wiig.
No. The one who, not Kristen Wiig.
The I
She
know who
played
you're
like
talking about.
Egon.
It's not
She
Kristen
played
Wiig.
like
It's,
Egon's character.
Right. No, I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh my God, what's her name?
So fucking weird. Like,
Kate McKinnon.
yes, that's her. Every movie she's
That's
in, she is like super fucking weird.
She's so funny. She's so
Yo,
weird,
yes,
and
fun, yeah.
like, I love her.
Y'all making me want to go home and watch it. I ain't seen it.
Belinda hasn't seen the remake.
I mean, I don't watch TV.
It's-
I
Belinda
don't.
hasn't seen a lot of shit, Anthony.
I don't.
It's worth a watch. I mean, if you love
It is worth a watch.
if you
I
love
will
the
say that.
original two movies as much as like a lot of people love them, then you'll have a little bit of mixed feelings about it. But it's funny though. It's super hilarious. But like some of the
It's
stuff
just
that
not. It doesn't match up.
no, it doesn't.
Yeah.
I don't know if I could then.
Right. I mean, Belinda's seen the original Ghostbusters and hasn't seen the remake. I kind of want to leave her like that.
I'm screwed up enough. You don't understand.
So we should leave her untouched. Like
Right. Like, yeah, 1985 Ghostbusters was the Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Don't confuse me, people. Don't confuse me.
But all those actresses in it were really great, and I feel bad for them for getting so much shit.
oh
Because they got
man,
so much shit. doing that movie.
They got tortured for it. And I mean, like, if you had to like take a step back and watch the movie, you could probably say out of a score of 10, it's probably like a 6 or 7 out of 10. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would agree with that.
It's
Yeah,
decent.
I'd say it's a 6 or 7.
But all of those actresses, they just caught fucking shit for it just because. This is the internet today, where you're not allowed to have your own opinion or whatever. So
you're not allowed to do whatever.
Yeah. That's how it rolls. But I mean, I enjoyed it to a certain extent, but of course, like, Ghostbusters is so high on my fucking list of favorite movies. Yeah. If I had to pick one from the 80s, it'd be fucking Back to the Future. That's my.
It's on there too.
I was just telling Belinda today. You know what they haven't tried to remake? Back to the Future.
They can't.
They can't.
Robert Zemeckis has the rights. He owns them. He's like, I'm not giving that shit to no fucking body. So.
Right. He's like, that's my shit.
Yeah, they'll remain untouched. I tell you what, though, Back to the Future, when they had like I think it was the 30-year anniversary Blu-ray came out, and like we watched it.
Yeah.
I would say if they come out with a 4K version of it, don't watch it. The Blu-ray version, you could see a lot of like makeup lines on them. You know what I'm talking about? Like when actors go from young to old.
That's what happens when they try to remake things. They fuck it up.
Yeah, well, you can see it better.
It needs to be 1980 Back to the Future and just leave it alone.
It needs to be on fucking VHS probably, or just regular like DVD. Because I have the 30th anniversary on Blu-ray, and it looks great until they show like close-ups on the characters when they get younger or older. You know what I'm talking about? Like Biff or fucking.
Doesn't look really good on Blu-ray. I've never watched it on Blu-ray.
Yeah, well, it looks good. Especially the first time we noticed it, watching it, was like when Marty makes it to school late and Back to the first Back to the Future, and Principal Skinner's like, oh, you can see like a smooth makeup line on his face where they made him look a little bit old.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But it still looks good, but any quality higher than that, I couldn't fuck with. No, I couldn't do it. Because you'll be able to see some real imperfection.
Let me bring up Buffy right now. Have you seen Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Uh-huh.
Have you watched that show?
Wait a minute. You talking about the TV series or the movie?
Yeah, but I'm just talking about the quality of it.
Uh-huh.
Have you seen that lately?
No, I haven't. I saw the movie. I saw some of the episodes. I have not watched the entire series.
Right. Well, the movie was crazy, but it's still funny.
Yeah.
But what they're talking about is they did Star Trek and they did Battlestar Galactica in beautiful HD quality. And when it came to Buffy, they shit all over it. It is a horrible remake of HD quality. It is terrible. And people are like, don't watch the new Buffy on Facebook, because it's on Facebook right now. They're like, don't watch that because it's the horrible HD quality. And there's your stress ball.
No, it's gone.
And it's true. Because I watched Buffy way back in the day.
Yeah, you watched it when it aired.
Yeah. And watched it on DVD. It was wonderful. And if you watch it now, the lighting is different. The zoom in is different. Mm-hmm. And it makes the whole scene different.
Yeah, you have to.
And even the creators of Buffy were like, hell no.
Yeah. That's what happens since the technology has changed like it has, like that. That's exactly what happens to shows like that. Especially like if the whatever the studio is that owns Buffy.
Yeah, I think Buffy is Fox.
Yeah, they're the ones who did the remaster for Blu-ray or whatever. Yeah. And not the creators.
They're the ones
who
fucked it up. Basically.
Yeah, exactly. Because they're doing it for money. So, because most people have Blu-ray players now or 4K players now, so they're just gonna put it out there, And the creators, the creators have moved on to different shit probably. So they're
okay. I am out of alcohol.
Okay.
Which means
But which means Belinda is leaving.
I'm leaving.
Okay. Anthony, did you watch The Golden Child?
The movie?
I want the knife.
Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of my favorites.
Eddie, we were talking about this before we contacted you. The 80s movies with Eddie Murphy in them
Yeah.
were fucking hilarious.
Oh no, they're
And
great.
The Golden Child was fucking hilarious.
As soon as I hear The Golden Child, I think of that fucked up oatmeal that Eddie Murphy like stuck a spoon in.
Yeah,
That's so fucked up. Like
such a good movie though.
Oh no, it's great. Look, his movies, and I hate to like, cause Eddie Murphy had like gotten like an Academy Award or anything, but he's like he's a great actor. And he made me laugh like early on.
He never won anything that he probably should have with all.
Yeah. And Beverly Hills Cop, for the most part, those movies are great. But yeah, every time I hear the Golden Child, the first thing I think of is that fucked up oatmeal. And then he took like a Polaroid shot of it.
Yeah, he did. Like made the blood come out and took a picture of it.
Yeah. Why the fuck you want to say that?
The first thing I think about when I think about The Golden Child is when he's like, I want the knife. That fucking cracks me up. He's trying to rap on the fucking like sacred stones or whatever. He's trying to like.
Oh man,
that it just kills me every time.
When he's scratching it like he's doing some turntables.
That was one of those movies that me and Belinda watched together. Yeah.
Oh, that's
that was before she traumatized mine. All right, love y'all. Gotta go.
Okay, bye.
Tomorrow.
Yeah, that's
Okay, yeah, we need to get on to it tomorrow. Anthony, she's left now.
Okay.
She just watched the Tyrion trial, and I'm so hype. Like, how do you tell somebody who's never watched the Tyrion trial to be ready for this?
I have no idea.
The only thing I said was Peter Dinklage won awards for this season.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I know the thing is when you're watching it, and you know Jamie looks at him, he's like giving him that look like, hey, you need to say what you fucking need to say.
I know.
Everybody, yes, and then like
he keeps looking at him.
His dad looks at him and then Shay comes out there with her bullshit, and then of course
Belinda was flabbergasted that Shay come out. She was flabbergasted.
When I saw it,
she was so pissed.
When I was rewatching before this last season started, I posted some shit about, I was like, when you found out Shay was a bitch, and I put it on fucking whatever I put it on.
Oh.
And people were like defending her. I was like, how the fuck you defend? Like, I understand.
I mean, how do you defend that? No.
No, exactly. And I'm like, I understand if the predicament she might have been put in, but all I know is Tyrion said you need to leave, and she got mad at him, and then she went back and lied about some shit. And so,
well, some perspective, I guess, from Belinda, who's never seen it, was actually really pissed at Shay. Just now. She was fucking pissed that happened. So I think that is the general consensus.
Oh, yeah. No, 95% of the people who watch it probably are mad at her.
Right.
It's like, bitch, what the fuck? You just came out here and you just said some straight lies. Like, I heard y'all.
Yeah.
I heard y'all conspiracy. Anyway, so as I'm watching this shit, the first time I saw it, she's talking, and then when Tyrion starts giving his fucking rebuttal or whatever the fuck you want to call it, it's fucking
good.
awesome. It is so fucking good.
I got so excited. And I'm sitting here next to somebody who's never watched it, so I'm trying not to be excited.
Yeah, exactly.
I was so excited.
Because it's like, now that me and you both have seen the entirety of the series,
Right,
that is
what happens?
he has had some great moments in this series, but that one right there, I'm talking about for Peter Dinklage. That's like his best
for him, for
acting.
the actor. That was probably the greatest moment.
It is so good.
It's so
And
good.
he stood up to all those people. He was just like
And
fuck
then-
all of you. I
then-
loved that thing.
And then Jamie's face right after he said it, Jamie was like, fuck, man, you weren't supposed to say that.
Yeah, James was like, God damn it.
He was.
Run, 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 run.